bringing back with another video, and I want to follow up from the one that I left on my lunch break. I was talking to my husband. When I first get home, the first thing I do is just like completely unleash on my husband. You know, I just get so frustrated because I want to see no signs of the stalking. I mean, absolutely none. And I kept thinking, you know, I'm trying to see this from other people's perspective, because I don't think people fully understand what it's like to be getting stalked and being a targeted individual, and even worse, being blacklisted. Some people might look at you and they think, well, if you just put the effort in, you'd find a job. Like I said, I've gone to job interviews and they've all been bogus. I have done everything I could. I had to go take my resumes, my copies, and my files, my job search files, to a shelter place because I have put out so much energy. And it is when you start losing hope and you start getting more and more depressed, it even becomes even more difficult to actually, you know, have a successful work search. And, you know, you're concerned about your reputation, because, you know, it's like, what is this person doing to me? It is a horrible thing. So I have contacted a previous employer. I don't know. Hopefully she's making the phone calls, and I'm hoping to see that this is going to be resolved, or it's never going to be completely resolved, okay? Because there's a lot of stalkers out there like Christy Sifford and who else? Ruth Berkshire and Wayne Longsoft. I can't really blame him, okay? But I know that I did address my issue of being targeted, and he completely blew it off. You know, kind of. And same thing with Holly, and then my former boss, who I text today, kind of came up with this. Don't text me with this stuff, okay? Now the funny part is that either way you look at it, I don't care how you look at it, okay? It seems heartless and wrong, okay? Let's say, for example, I believe that these people were innocent, okay? To basically say, don't contact me, or I'm going to sue you, or I'm going to do something like this along these lines, when somebody's desperately crying out for help, their life is on the line, something is seriously wrong, and they're making videos and they're explaining it, and you're going to tell this person you're going to sue them and you don't want to be bothered? And then if they are guilty, I mean, look what these people do. They don't want to take responsibility for their actions. I'm not the kind of person that wants to get people in trouble. I'm not the kind of person that likes to tell or try to make a big issue out of things. And I certainly, you know, I've always been very protective of my family. Foolish me, right? But I'm not the kind of person that wants to get people in trouble or spotlight their flaws or anything, okay? But this has affected my life terribly, okay? And the very fact that, you know, I'm grateful to have a job, but the fact of the matter is it is another sign of the stalking. And I have made several requests to get rid of the stalking, to have it stop. Nobody did anything, okay? I contacted Harvey Hall multiple times, okay? And I was contacted by law enforcement, and then I contacted Jackie Sullivan, and I was blown off like my ideas weren't worth anything. My ideas are worth gazillions, okay? Because I have a lot of talent, and I understand business, okay? Everything that I've learned, I've been able to apply it, and I can see the relatedness of things, and I can see how it's supposed to be applied, okay? So, and then some, okay? So, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, and plus being somebody who's experienced workplace mobbing multiple times, I can't think of a better poster child for, you know, healthy workplace bill or whatever. And I've contacted some organizations that, you know, who say that they support, you know, workplace mobbing, and they really want the workplace to be healthier and, you know, have more anti-bullying type policies. And, you know, I believe that my targeting and the gang stalking has been so terrible that these people kind of came off a little condescending to me at times, or they didn't take my situation seriously because they felt as though I must have deserved it because I lied to my husband. Now, there are certain people who, you know, they traffic drugs, they are pedophiles, they do all kinds of horrible things, okay? And this is something to me that is so stupid, I mean, so minor, and yet it gets blown up out of proportion. Nobody has the right to affect my employment. Domestic issues do not belong in the workplace. And, you know, I'm hoping that I can get another place to work soon, because this is just like more trauma. Every time you have to think about the reason why you're here in this place is because of the stalking. And I know good and well that's the way it is, okay? But at work, I have to be somebody else and whatever. Okay, there's two people I have to be. One person who does YouTube videos, and the person who has to go to work, okay? And I know, and I'm sure they know, and knows, okay? But it's just like this little game you have to play, and it gets tiring, okay? And I'm sure more people know who I am, but I don't want people manipulating my jobs. I just don't, okay? I just got an certified slip to go pick up a letter from the IRS, okay? And I know what it's about, okay? All of this is not my fault. And these people have made me go into major debt. They have manipulated my employment. I'm not doing the things that I want to do, okay? And, you know, I love my accounting skills. I also love my administrative skills, but I also like the skills that I have when it comes to business and how to make one operate and work. And I want something that's going to let me showcase my talents. And what's wrong with that? Because, you know, if you have a burning desire and you're constantly nervous and because it's something important to you. I mean, I'm bored, and I'm the kind of person that likes to express myself. I haven't had a decent conversation, you know, with somebody outside of my house in a long time, okay? And I'm kind of, like, really wondering, am I ever going to have a conversation with somebody again? Or am I forever going to be blacklisted and targeted and, you know, and then have this, like, these rumors and stuff like this swirling around me all the time? My life is very, very, very... I'm not going to say boring. I mean, I like my life, but, you know, I don't really do anything that's, like, juicy or worth, you know, getting excited about. I basically go to work and I come home, okay? And that's how it's pretty much always been since I've lived here. And actually, since I've been an adult. Actually, that's not true. I would say in my 30s, you know, mid-20s, back in the 90s, okay? Mid-20s, I did have, you know, more neighbors coming over, and I had friends that I would go and see their, you know, I'd go to their house, they'd come to my house. We would hang out till all hours of the night, and we would, you know, drink and whatever, you know. But that's kind of the past, and I don't really have much of a social life. I really don't. So, you know, and so I'm limited here. And I'm feeling like, gosh, you know, I feel social. Like, I really want to socialize, but I'm not in a situation where I really can socialize, and I'm like, my gosh, you know, I really would like to, like, tell somebody a dumb joke so they can be, like, rolling their eyes, you know, like, oh, that's so stupid, then I can get a total good laugh out of it, because that's the kind of stuff I like to do, right? But I'm just kind of just sitting here, and every day I'm dealing with the trauma. Every day I'm dealing with the depression, and more of it starts to come into you. You start remembering things from, like, far back, like, I remember this, and this, and this, and this, and this. I can't believe my family has been controlling my work for so long. I mean, did they really think that my knowledge was something that they could manipulate and use, and that they had the right to, like, move me around like a little game piece? I mean, that's really shocking, you know? And then the fact that I had my own desires, my own aspirations, and they decided, well, we're not going to do that because, you know what, you need to tell your husband. That's nobody's business, okay? Nobody's business. My husband met these people. They knew. He probably figured it out. I mean, who cares? My family has no right to punish a 45-year-old woman, or however old I was when all this stuff started happening. But anyway, yeah, I'm going through a lot right now, and it's like, okay, I have this Internal Revenue Service bill. They're going to probably start garnishing my wages. You know, it's probably some letter letting me know that I'm in deep shit, right? And my family's just sitting there, like, you know, wondering what the hell's going on. Well, you put me in the system, okay? Laura Hill helped put me in the system, okay? They all fucking did it to me, right? Over something stupid. And I'm not supposed to ask anybody's permission for what kind of job I want. I don't have to answer to anybody, okay? Everything some people have gone to great colleges, you know, and they have all these things, okay? And I'm going to tell you, your education is only as good as your ability to use that knowledge and apply it, okay? So in my situation, what I'm seeing here, and what a lot of people are experiencing, and just me going to work and seeing some of the people that I've had to work with, not to say that I haven't worked with some good people, okay? But a lot of people really aren't that good at what they're doing, and they just don't care, and they don't see anything wrong, they don't question, and they just accept things the way it is, okay? And here I am, somebody who understands these things, and I'm sitting here suffering, okay? And I'm beyond angry, okay? And so, you know, I'm not saying that I would never do this. I'm a law-abiding citizen, but when you think about people who go into the workplace and they go postal, right? This is the scenarios that a lot of these people have gone through, okay? Because they have somebody breaking the rules, breaking laws, doing all this kind of stuff, and then when they do get a job, they get some fucking shitty job, and they always got one person at the workplace who's constantly digging, being assaulting, being insinuating, and everything, and then one day that person just snaps. There you go. There it goes, right? people's lives, okay? So how much do you think, how much can you push a person back? How much can you sit here and psychologically torment a person and constantly keep this person down in a state of frustration and expect them not to lash out, okay? So my videos are an alternative, okay? It's an alternative, okay? And don't think for 1 minute that, you know, these people who get blasted off in the workplace or whatever, I'm not saying, I don't like to say that they got what they deserve, but in some cases, I'm pretty sure they got what they deserved, okay? Because you're manipulating somebody's life and you're destroying it, okay? And this person's just supposed to sit back and let their life go to shit. I mean, I'm not saying, like I said, I would never do that, but I understand, okay? That's why these things are against the law, because you're destroying the lives of an individual. You're destroying their lives. I don't think that my videos are unreasonable, or that what I'm going through is, you know, like some people might look at my videos like, gosh, I can't believe she's so worried about that. Yes, I am worried about that. I'm extremely worried about that, okay? Because the trauma that you experience, not only being mobbed in the workplace, but then having a bunch of people who you don't like and you'll never like trailing behind you, and then having the nerve to manipulate your employment, I can't tell you, and then having, you know, going to different distances, trying to find work where you're living, and then finding out that you're blacklisted at all these places, what does that give you? No hope, okay? You have no way of survival, you know? And somebody's basically complying with the stalker. I did videos months ago trying to get people to know, letting them know, hey, this is against the law. I even made a video saying, hey, I have a stalker, okay? I have a stalker, and it took forever for me to even get this job, okay? I can't tell you how angry I am, how frustrated I am, and there's nothing I can feel for these people. I can't feel anything for them. I feel nothing but disgust. You know, and believe me, I'm not the kind of person who wants to feel that way about their own family, but I'm starting to see a side of them that I didn't know existed, and I'm terrified of it, okay? This is what I look forward to. I mean, I like to work. I enjoy work, okay? And some people would say, you know, like, when would you start your own business? Okay, you know what? When you're blacklisted, people hate you anyway, okay? So you can't get customers and you can't get a job, okay? But I do miss going into work, like mingling with people, talking, and have, you know, that little banter and stuff like that, and then working as a team, and I want to do that. But my sister has ruined so much of my life. She's ruined it. And every social situation I've ever been in, she's always been there to sabotage it. Why? She thinks it's normal. She thinks it's normal, but it's a sign of mental illness. It is a sign of mental illness. And, you know, a lot of people are running around with a lot of mental illness, okay? It's very common. But that's pretty much what my situation has been. You know, they ruined my time raising my son, okay? I can't tell you the weekends that I would spend just sitting at home worried about me losing my job. Because these people would get angry over stupid things that had nothing to do with the job, okay? It was always stuff that had something to do with stuff that wasn't even important, okay? And because now I realize it was probably my sister or one of my family members, I think it's my sister Lisa, but sitting here, you know, egging them on, and she herself was acting out her psychosis on other people, and they, of course, being followers that they are, just naturally did what they did. Wrong. I'm surprised that more employers don't understand or talk about workplace mobbing, and they really should. They really should. I have made so many desperate pleas going years back, even since I left a farmer. Since I left the farmer, I should say. So that's like 3.5 years. To Laura Hill. I believe I've spoken to, what is her name? Kim Patterson. And, you know, she got angry because I came into her office looking for a job. And she came off to me like I had the nerve to come in there asking for a job. And I couldn't believe what she was saying. I couldn't. So some of these people, you know, these agencies, I contacted the, what do you call it? the main office, okay, the main office. And the reason why I say making a genocide report is really important because these employers, no matter how much laws you show them, no matter what you tell them, no matter how much you demonstrate that what is going on is wrong, the targeting intensifies and the gang stalking and the harassment intensifies, okay? So I took this to the corporate office on all of the agencies that I had to deal with. I took it to the corporate office. Not one of them did anything immediately. Okay, so, and then I got a call, recently I told you about the girl who was offering me a bookkeeping job with a master's degree requirement. That's harassment, okay? I'm a girl who basically did one little thing wrong, okay? One little thing wrong, and the only person who has the right to hold it against me didn't do anything. And I got people basically psychologically harassing me for no reason. And you know, and the woman who did it was black, and that's why I'm saying is that I don't believe in unity. I don't believe in it because your own kind will stab you in the back. Look at the way I'm failing you, okay? So I don't believe in that. Now, I do believe that the black race does suffer, and we do suffer through discrimination. I do believe our lives definitely do matter. But on the other hand, I don't believe that a black person is going to help me any more than a white person will. Okay, and everybody has their personal reasons. So behind all the fronting, you know, this whole lie that people are actually willing to help their fellow man, even if they're the same color as you, is bullshit. Okay, it's bullshit. So basically, I'm a person who is being harassed for no reason whatsoever. And I'm out of a decent paying job, and I'm just sitting here like, okay, how bad can it get? You know, the IRS is coming after me. I got, you know, the state tax I owe. I signed up for a school, and I owe my tuition payment, which I haven't been able to make. I can't, they already ruined my credit. These people have done nothing but destroyed my life. They've destroyed every aspect of it. And I'm sitting here wondering, you know, when is this going to happen? Am I going to be able to get another job? Because I'm telling you what, I really need another job, okay, for many, 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 many reasons. And this has been going on for too long. And, you know, I don't want to think that I'm ungrateful, because I am very grateful, especially to the owner of the company who I'm working. I do appreciate him, you know, letting me work there. He's, you know, he's been very nice. And I don't want to become that way, but you just can't understand what I'm going through. You just cannot understand it unless, of course, you are marked for destruction, like myself, because that's basically what it is. So, like I said, you know, I really want to get a good grasp of some of the software programs, like PowerPoint, because I really think that I could, because I can see it in my mind, but it needs to be illustrated, okay? And it needs to be circulated to, you know, employers, and it needs to be circulated for everybody, because many people are being very careless about social media, talking about anybody, okay? Just like I said in my video about gossip, it's true, okay? It's very true, and this sort of thing can damage a person, and so families need to keep their personal issues to themselves, okay? And some people will say, well, that's your family, and, you know, they were just concerned. You know what, I'm over the age of 18, okay? What I do doesn't concern them. I could get married and never say a word to them. I don't have to introduce anybody to my family, okay? And that's where people get things wrong. Don't get me wrong. I mean, everybody likes the idea of having this warm, cozy family, okay? We all do, right? But this is just an example, okay? And, you know, I realize I made a mistake, but, you know, come on, big deal. But still, I'm under no obligation to tell these people or share my life with them, and that's what the employers really need to know. I can't believe somebody would actually let my sister manipulate my life or have any say in their life. I mean, don't they? I still can't get over that, because it's very difficult for me to believe that I can't feel safe at work. So anyway, I really hope that I find a better job soon. You know, I'm trying to look for work. I'm doing what I can. It's very hard because I don't know anyone here, and it's better for me to cut off ties with everybody. And the reason why is because looking at these people, I might go into a rage. I mean, that's how angry I am. I'm angry at them, okay? because, and I have every right to be, because these people have crossed the line. They've like way overstepped their boundaries, and I can't forgive them. They're nothing more to me than trash, and I can't stand them. I mean, you can't do this, constantly psychologically harass somebody and put them in a state of destitution and expect to be best friends, okay? That's just not going to work. So, but I definitely need help looking for work, and I'm trying to get the message out so employers would stop eliminating me, eliminating somebody who's good at what they do, and somebody who's going to give them their money's worth. So, anyway, I'm wrapping up this video, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Take care. Bye-bye.